now at plungede.org.
Maybe with the snow days and you're stuck inside, you're getting a little stir crazy. We're at work and we're getting a little stir crazy. Right. So buckle in, because who knows what you're going to get on Coast Life today. We are your hosts. I'm Paige Marley.
I'm Leah Rizzo, and yes, hopefully everybody had a safe ride in, because the roads are still a little icy depending on where you are. And I feel like when the sun comes out, we melt a little, but then overnight we freeze again. So we're going to be doing this song and dance for probably a month.
Yes. Now, I saw two people are like panicking and they're going and buying out the stores again because Saturday's snow. Listen, I'm not a meteorologist, but I've been told by them it is not going to be as bad as Monday.
No.
You will be. I mean, sure, go like get what you need, but you don't need to get 1,800 rolls of paper towels.
No. Leave some bread and leave some eggs for the rest of us.
Please. So that's just PSA.
Because let me tell you, when my household is out of eggs, it's not a pretty picture.
What is it with men and eggs?
I don't know.
I bought like 2 packs of 18 packs.
Not enough?
Not enough. It was like by the end of the week, he's like, we need more eggs. Where did they go?
Why do we always need more eggs?
And then he had the goal to be like, well, you baked cookies. That's 1 egg. Where did the rest go?
My theory is that because when you make scrambled eggs, and maybe this is just me that I've noticed, but I feel like if you eat like 2 fried eggs, you're like, okay, perfect amount.
Yes.
But if you do 2 scrambled eggs, it's like that much.
No, that makes sense.
I know you're not really a big egg eater, but it feels like scrambled eggs, like they really shrink up. So I feel like guys especially are going to be like, I want 5 to 6 eggs for my portion of scrambled eggs.
That makes sense.
Because it like almost like spinach, like it shrinks down to like a 2 egg portion eyeball wise.
That makes sense. Here's the trick, because I do this sometimes, is I pour like, obviously the milk in the eggs and then cheese. I do a good amount of cheese and that kind of fills it up. So if your husband, boyfriend, friend, or whoever is
make side dishes
eating too many eggs, this is why you watch Coast Life.
Exactly.
We weren't even planning on talking about this today.
We weren't, but speaking of eating, that is what we were planning on talking about. It does seem like there's been an uptick in folks dining alone or eating at home, because it's a lot harder to get folks out of their house, and it's not just because of the snow.
Yeah,
which I
that's
get.
True. Yeah. So they are like dining alone in their homes?
I think it's a combination of both. They're seeing an uptick of people dining alone, like out when they do go to restaurants, but also eating alone at home, which I think it's hard to motivate people to get out of their house. I get it.
I totally get it. I saw this TikTok actually just the other day where this girl was like, she showed different things she was doing alone. And one was like reading at a coffee shop, one was like just eating out for lunch, and then the other was going skiing. And she was like, if you think people are looking at you, they're not. They really don't care. Think of how many times we see someone on the metro or eating out alone. And do you ever sit there and think like, loser?
No, never, not once. And yet going out and eating alone or like going to the movies by myself is something that I've always had a hang up doing. And I'm like, I'm trying to get over that. That's maybe going to be another one of my goals that I can work into this year. Is especially in the summer. I'm like, I want to start going to movies by myself. Like just enjoying a little Leah date.
It is nice. It is. Even just like going out. I'm going to your comedy show, for example. And I was thinking for a second, I'm like, I don't have a date. And then I'm like, I don't need one. No. I'm just going to go have fun. I'm excited. There are people that will be there that I know, so it's a little bit different, but I love hanging out by myself.
Yeah. Well, and I think it maybe does depend on the vibe, where I feel like sometimes when you go to a situation where like it feels like there is more pressure to be social, or maybe it's easier to be social when you have, your person with you, whether it's a friend or your husband or date or whatever. I think there is sometimes a weird like pressure in the room where you're like, okay, it'll be easier if you have your significant other with you, obviously, but I feel like sometimes it is also just fun to go explore by yourself.
Yes, exactly. So go do it. I was craving fried pickles the other day, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I ended up not, but I was ready.
They got really good fried pickles.
Really good fried pickles. Yeah, you already know it.
Yes, I do. But I think too, there's also like Gen Z is harder to get out of their houses, I think, than previous generations, because now they're, in their 20s, so they would be in the height of sort of like, the clubbing years, if you will. I mean, we don't have a ton of clubs in our area to like go out and explore and have fun at, but I think too that if you are, fortunate enough to be in a home, you're like, I'm paying a lot of this money for my house. I'm staying in it.
Yes. I saw this one girl who she just kind of wanted to get out, but she didn't want to go do anything or be social. So she got a hotel room for the night, ordered sushi, and just like watched movies, ate sushi in the hotel bed.
I love that for her.
I'm like, I need to do that before I don't know, by the time I'm 30, I don't know.
I love that for
Yeah,
her
just
because
something.
when you don't have to clean up the mess.
Don't have to
Like,
make
that's
the
like one of the
bed.
best things about going to a hotel.
Yes,
You don't have to do any of that.
hotel. Yes, maid service is the best.
There you go.
Yes.
So a little me date for you
out.
advice for 2025 because
Yeah.
later on in the show we're going to be talking about some mental health.
Yes.
Maybe that's going to be a good way to just kind of clean the slate.
I love this idea.
I like it
one,
too.
yes.
I like it too. Something else we were having a little fun with. Imagine, picture this if you will.
Okay.
You know, you win the lottery, or you a rich relative passes and leaves you all their money, and you know they were a distant relative, so it's sad. But hey, you got a lot of money.
As soon as you said it, I was like, yay. Oh no, that's not what I
Distant
meant.
relative.
Distant. You never
Didn't
met
know them. They were so happy to give you all their money.
They lived a long and happy life.
They lived a long, happy life, and they're so happy you're going to do that too because they just gave you a ton of money. That's the scenario.
Boom.
And the question is, what sort of like rich person trait do you think you would completely indulge in if you suddenly found yourself with lots of money?
Dude, I'm anything that saves me time.
Yeah.
I don't want to cook ever again. I would totally hire a chef, 100% a driver, you know, just why not? A private jet for sure.
Yeah.
That would just be the best. Because how many times I just want to go to Italy and have some pizza. And you can just go.
How many times do I think that?
How often, Leah, are you thinking?
I wouldn't say I often go, man. I mean, all the time I'm like, I want to go to Italy. But yeah, if I had a private jet, I'd totally like, it's time to go
Weekend
for a fresh
trip.
pizza.
Yes, exactly. So I wouldn't even spend it on the sports cars. I wouldn't spend it on the crazy mansions.
Yeah.
The designer bags. None of that.
Yeah.
Just anything to save me time and something I would still enjoy.
Yeah,
What
I
about
do
you?
think maybe like good materials in clothing, like
yeah.
you know, like cashmere sweaters and like your high quality materials, not necessarily like a brand name piece, but I think I would really build out like a nice basic wardrobe, like really nice pieces for your everyday wear is what I would do if I had tons of money. But I think you're right, like first class ticket at the very least, if not private jet, because I feel like that's like when I got off the plane in Brazil after a 14-hour flight and we passed the first class people, I was like, man.
Yeah.
They had it so good.
Dude, I flew first class one time. It is hard to look back.
I bet it is.
I always was like, who cares? Just sit there. Commercial's fine. It was rough.
Yeah, I was like, for like a 2-hour flight, commercial's fine. But I feel like as you get any further than that, you're like, you know what would be nice?
We got one of those credit cards with the lounges. So you get to like sit in the lounge and there's apparently free food. Who knew that? Not me.
We've never come close.
I was like, okay, whatever. Yeah, it was quite the experience. I would do that all the time.
Yeah, yeah. I think too. I think you're right. I think being able to sort of buy or spend your time differently is probably the biggest boon that having more money would be able to give you. I mean, I think how many times would, you know, life feels like it goes by so fast because we're so busy, and you know, like I would try to carve out more time, I think, for like especially summer hobbies.
Yeah.
Things like that, where like I feel like there are so few days left. Like if you're lucky enough to get out on a boat, like those are the days that last forever.
Yes.
You're like from morning to night, you're like, this was the most hours I've ever had in a day.
They do say that old money, like the real runs deep old money, they spend their money on things that will save them time and give them family time. And the new money, the flashier people, those are who's buying the sports cars and posting about it.
That's what I hear. I've heard that too.
Exactly. Because if you really are deep and you have that money, you don't really care about your handbag. You care about what you're doing with your time.
Right. And that makes sense. And I mean, I sort of see that too, where for people who work their way into positions of that kinds of money, like you're working crazy hours usually, or you're working more hours than not. And so you get to sort of buy that time back by, you know, not having to cook, not having to clean, not having to do all the little things that.
Oh yeah, I would never do dishes.
I would never touch a dish again.
Are you kidding me? Never.
I'm so with you.
Oh well, yeah, this sounds nice.
Look, I'm excited that we're finally getting a hand-me-down dishwasher.
I hear that. Yeah.
Well, we're going to keep fantasizing about our wealthy lives, but before we get to that, we do have COASTLIFE to get to. Let's see what's coming up today on the show. It's Thursday, so we got some drama, and we've got some tasty tea to spill with you.
And like Leah mentioned, we're focusing on your mental health. Beebe Healthcare is helping us jump into 2025 the right way.
Comedy for a cause and the Polar Bear Plunge, even a chili crawl, many ways to give back to Special Olympics of Delaware. We're going to tell you how, with all that and more today on COASTLIFE.
COASTLIFE is sponsored by Beebe Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, Shell Brothers, and the Parker Group.
We were looking for our first house. We were growing a family. The Parker Group and our realtor, Jen, they were great. Helped us get our first home. That was a very smooth, easy process, especially for our first time. family expanded a little bit more, we went right to the Parker Group because how easy it was the first time. And before we knew it, here we are in our next home and we love it.
Our experience with the Parker Group was seamless.
Our realtor and the Parker Group was almost like a family in a way. They were there for us when we needed them. That was a big thing.
100% we would go with the Parker Group again.
Liberty Concrete and Enhancements. Delmarva's decorative concrete specialists. Transform your outdoor space with stamped concrete. Choose a design, color, and turn your outside into a conversation piece.
Working with Liberty Concrete was a very easy process. It's little to no maintenance at all. We love our outdoor space.
Create a beautiful space without the maintenance of pavers that's backed by our workmanship warranty. Call now for a free estimate and design your perfect outdoor space with Liberty Concrete and Enhancements.
For 150 years, Ocean City, Maryland has been somewhere to smile about. From our beautiful beaches to our iconic boardwalk, we've been creating memories that last a lifetime, whether you're chasing the perfect wave, a hole-in-one, or a sunset stroll. Celebrate our 150th anniversary with 150 days of celebrations, special events, and deals all year long. Book now and save in 2025 at ococean.com/150. Ocean City, Maryland, somewhere to smile about.
Find your next job at the Delmarva Job Fair, sponsored by the Stokely Center and the Maryland Department of Public Safety and Correctional Services. Join us Saturday, February 1st from 10 to 2 at Delaware Tech in Georgetown. Employers in healthcare, construction, retail, and more. Plus, the Delaware Department of Labor will also be on site for resume tips and advice to help you stand out. Take the next step in your career at this one-day hiring event. Learn more at wbocevents.com.
At All Mobility, we keep you moving. Whether it's wheelchair-accessible vans, scooters, home ramps, or lift chairs, we've got the perfect mobility solution for you. Our experts will help customize options to fit your needs and lifestyle so you can stay independent and active. Scooters, ramps, vans, and more. Get moving with All Mobility. Come see us today or schedule a home consultation. allmobilitystore.com.
This segment of Coast Life is sponsored by Beebe Healthcare.
Well, it's a new year, and maybe you're feeling all that pressure of, oh, new year, new me. It can get stressful, right? So we want to learn how to enter 2025 with a healthy mindset, right? It can be hard for all of us, but luckily we've got somebody here on the Coast Life Couch who can help us out a little bit. We've got Cathy Rose, a licensed professional mental health counselor with Beebe Healthcare. Welcome to the Coast Life Couch, Cathy.
Thank you.
And is the new year a popular time that you tend to see people, hitting the stress out button?
Well, certainly after all the holidays.
Yeah.
For sure.
So what are some of the things that we can do to enter 2025 with that healthier mindset?
Well, one of the biggest things anybody can do is to get out of their mind. Which means becoming more mindful. So that practice is being able to take all those thoughts, random thoughts, all those fears, worrying about how we're going to get here today with the snow, with the ice, and put them aside for a moment and just be present.
Yeah.
With your 5 senses, so that you notice, the temperature in the car, maybe you got a cup of coffee that you can smell. What are you seeing as the snow is drifting across Cave Neck Road? All those things, that take you out of the worries about what you're cooking for dinner or what your kids are going to do when they're home from school. So those are the kind of the things, and it's not an easy practice to be consistent with, but as you do it more often, it can really relieve a lot of stress.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So mindfulness practices are available online anywhere, and it's really a big part of what most therapists and counselors use in their mental health practices, teaching people how to do that.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's so hard for us because we get so overwhelmed, I think, by how busy we are. And if you do have kids that you got to pick up from school and you've got so much going on, you're like, oh, I have to think about and strategize and plan my day. It might actually be easier to tackle in bits and pieces like that.
Right. Interesting. And when you have negative thoughts, fears, they're just thoughts. It doesn't make them true. So
I like that.
You can't believe everything you think.
I love it.
I love that.
Especially those late night thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Everything seems like a big deal at night, and then you wake up and you're like,
and it gets bigger and bigger the more you pay attention. Late night, you just breathe. Breathing is another strategy to keep things very calm. Just break up some of the thinking.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I saw something online that said if you're worried about maybe like what people think about you, or if you're going to be the best version of yourself in this year, to remember that you're only the main character in your mind. You're not the main character in other people's minds. What do you think about that?
Exactly. Yeah.
I love that. I think that's going to help, hopefully, a lot of people. It was interesting to me. I'm like, you're right. Not everyone's thinking about what shoes I wore today. Only I'm thinking about it.
Right. Yeah. That's true. And I think nobody, you're not as top of mind to most people in your life as you are to yourself, because you're seeing the whole world through your own eyes, and how you navigate and experience life is different than how everybody else does. So that all makes a lot of sense. I also know something that's really cool, that you provide free therapy for Beebe Healthcare employees.
Yes. It's a new position. I've been there since September, and I'm contracted with Beebe. I'm not exactly an employee.
Sure.
So being separate from that, it's totally confidential.
Nice.
I don't report any names or anything else except maybe a few numbers to the hospital. And it's available to staff throughout the organization. So I do telehealth as well as in-person sessions on campus.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great.
So if you are feeling that stress, that pressure, let Cathy help you out a little bit, and maybe practice some of those mindful practices, being present on your way home from work maybe, or your way into work tomorrow morning, and start putting some of those in place. Cathy, is there anything else that you want people to know to kind of get them through and kick-started in 2025?
Try to stay positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's one. That's all.
Simple but effective. We like that. Well, Cathy, thank you again for coming in and chatting with us. And I think getting our minds ready and prepped for a healthy 2025 mindset. But coming up, if you haven't remembered to deal with pipes and the potential freezing in your house, we've got the folks to remind you all about that when we get back.
So if you, someone you love, or a member of your community is struggling with practicing some of that mindfulness, or just dealing with the stress of the new year, you can reach out and benefit from Beebe Healthcare's other mental health services by checking out Beebe Behavioral Health. You can give them a call at 302-645-1099 and take a step towards a more mindful 2025.
2025 came to Delmarva with a bang.
Take this Monday seriously.
With the first major winter storm of the year.
Roads are snow covered and slick. Best to stay home.
And the Coast TV First Alert Weather Team was there every step of the way. Across TV, radio, online, and social.
We have snow covered roads pretty much the entire peninsula.
Guiding, informing, protecting. This year and beyond, we've got you covered. Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
You've come a long way, Peninsula Bath. Sure has been fun.
Are you the bath guy?
Can you take out the trash?
Do you do lawns?
Listen, Linda, listen.
You should have called Peninsula Bath.
Khakis?
Share with us your favorite Linda memory, and you'll get 2024 off your next bathroom remodel with Peninsula Bath.
Mercy, that's a great deal.
Thank you, Delmarva, for a great year.
Stanley Steamer is proud to be the leader in deep cleaning, cleaning over 1 million homes and businesses across America every year, using powerful equipment custom built by us. We'll remove the buildup of dirt, dust, allergens, grime, and contaminants seen and unseen from your home and business. America's professional deep cleaner for over 75 years. It's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
DSN Plus is more energy. Extra live games and on-demand replays anytime, anywhere. DSN Plus is more hype. From playoff matchups in unified football to marching band showcases, we highlight what makes Delmarva unique. DSN Plus is more hometown pride. We go wherever our teams go with up to 5 live games every weeknight. DSN is still free on air and cable, but get even more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Signs of poor eyesight aren't always clear to us. At Wink Vision Center, we provide the best possible standard of care to discover the signs and improve your vision. Our eye exams are fast, easy, and comfortable to ensure you and your family can see clearly as soon as possible. Shop the finest selection of designer frames from Tiffany to Vera Wang, Maui Jim, and Urkers. Need an appointment? We can get you in as soon as the next day. The choice is clear. Wink Vision, Ocean City and Cambridge.
When a hazardous materials incident struck Georgetown, Coast TV News was there.
We have been monitoring this situation since it got brought into us.
On the ground and in the air, delivering up-to-date, accurate information as the situation unfolded.
We have been seeing Georgetown fire departments on four-wheelers going into the plant.
Streaming live on the Coast TV News app and on Facebook, keeping you informed when it mattered most. Coast TV News. Our community, your news, always on alert.
This segment of Coast Life is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
All right, so we're just going to be transparent here. Leah and I were talking over the commercial break, and I'm like, hey, so I always hear I'm supposed to like turn something off once the cold weather hits, and I've never turned anything off.
Because the pipes are freezing.
The pipes are always freezing.
But what does that mean?
I don't know, and apparently not all the pipes lead to freezing or lead to outside. Anyways, listen, we don't understand what we're talking about. So, Paul Davis does. That's why Kevin Lynam is here, back on the Coast Life couch. Welcome back. We're happy to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
it's a pleasure to be here again, ladies.
Yeah, happy to have you. So I gotta tell you, a few days ago, we go into like where our AC and water heater are, and there was a leak, and it turns out something was frozen that led to outside, and I was like, well, Jonathan, my husband, we gotta turn the water off, and he was like, no, this one doesn't turn off. So help us. What do we turn off? What do we keep on?
Sure. So very good point. We are in the coldest point of the year right now. Yeah. For much of Delmarva, there's a lot of snow on the ground. Okay. We actually, believe it or not, in the coming weeks, we're going to get some of the coldest temps we've had all winter. They're saying maybe double-digit below average with wind chills. So you get a lot of frozen pipes. What you can do is preventative maintenance, right? So this time of year, if you haven't done it yet, absolutely want to shut off your hose bibs. That can be a preventative maintenance because what happens is once we get sustained cold temperatures, that pipe freezes solid, and the damage doesn't happen when the pipe freezes, it's when it warms back up. It bursts, cracks the pipe flange or hinge, and then you will see a leak, and leaks can happen near a water heater like you're saying. So what I'd recommend in that instance, you can shut off the main lines to the water heater. I'd recommend cutting off the water in that situation so that it doesn't continue to fill up and leak. And then what you can do is call a local specialist that can help you with those repairs. A lot of times, customers will call us when a pipe has busted or there is water damage, because not only can we work with local and licensed plumbers to, fix the source, stop the leak, we can also repair the plumbing, we can repair the walls, we can repair everything that needs to happen to make sure that you get everything back to square one.
Okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
Interesting.
And we know that, you guys as a team at Paul Davis Restoration, you really care about your customers, whether it's with your emergency response unit and you're, going out first line of defense really for a lot of people's worst moments, or you're helping them patch up a burst pipe. Why is it important to you guys to kind of be out there in the community and help your customers out as effectively and as, close to your heart as you do?
Sure. We're a very lucky organization, right? We're in this unique situation where, as a skilled and licensed contractor, we can do great construction work, but we can also help people through disasters, right? I mean, we live in a coastal region where pipes do break, right? We do have flooding issues, we do have fires, and we're able to basically walk at each step of the line with the customer to come up with a solution that is cost effective, that's meaningful. When we're dealing with frozen and busted pipes, we have to mitigate the issue. So you have to stop the source, and then after you stop the source, you have to work on the repairs, and then after the repairs are done, you have to put the walls back together, the structure back together, and make sure everything is done licensed and to code. So I personally work on the ERC side of the fence and also help with some of the mitigation work. And I think really what it comes down to is we're an organization that cares. Yeah. A lot of companies nowadays, they're in it for profits. And I think what Paul Davis realizes is that we're in a unique position to help customers through, dream renovations, if it's a brand new kitchen or an addition, or, if they have a busted pipe. Like, I can tell you, we're all gonna get sick and tired of hearing the word polar vortex in the coming weeks. It's coming, guys. And with those sustained temperatures, water freezes. And, really, we are just blessed to work with customers, and we do believe in being proactive. So right now, making sure those hose bibs are shut off, making sure any dryer vents on the exterior of your home aren't encumbered or blocked by snow. And the same with your downspouts and drains, right? You want to make sure that they're clear as well, because the way a home is designed, your roof mitigates the water away from the home. Your property is graded to mitigate the water away from the house. So you want to just ensure that all these systems in your home are cleared and working properly, so that you don't have to call us for a flood issue. But if there is one, we're blessed and thankful to help. So
awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks
and
for
if
your
there's
time.
one, yeah, of course, how can they get in touch with you?
Absolutely. So we actually have a 24/7 hotline through our corporate office in Salisbury. And basically what happens is you can call that number, you'll talk to a live person. What happens is we take a little bit of information, name, addresses, phone numbers, and then what happens, usually within 2 hours or less, we dispatch a crew to the scene of the loss or the mitigation work that needs to take place, and we get started. So I think what you'll really discover from the principal of our company all the way down to the field tech workers and our workers that run the mitigation teams, everybody's ready to roll their sleeves up, myself included. And it takes the whole village.
Yes, it does.
Awesome. Well, Kevin, thank you so much for educating us. And now I know what water to turn off and keep on, and
things to clear out,
and who to call when I mess it up, because I will. So you've been fantastic. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for your time.
Of course. All right, guys, coming up too, we're not done talking, home improvement yet. What about concrete, outdoor area? Have you thought about it? That's coming up.
Every visit is an adventure at Browse About Books in Rehoboth Beach. Search our hand-picked book collection and find something in every genre. From bestsellers to some of our staff picks, you'll uncover a new adventure every time. After you've browsed our extensive book selection, explore our gift shop, where you'll find an exciting array of toys, gifts, Rehoboth-themed items, and home decor. Browse About Books on Rehoboth Avenue, a fun, friendly place to shop for books and so much more.
Hi, I'm Tommy K. Morse.
And I'm Tom Morse. We are your local family-owned roofing contractor serving Sussex County, providing long-lasting, dependable roofs, roof repairs, storm damage restoration, insurance claims assistance, and complete roof replacements.
For more information, give us a call at 302-663-0042 or visit us on the web.
There's good.
There's better.
And then there's
Morse.
Stay tuned to get a free automatic toilet bowl cleaner from Mermaid. Your sink stopper's broken, and fixing a drain is a pain. Introducing Mermaid Drain Magic, the instant solution to most broken drains. Just remove and replace. In seconds, you can fill and drain with a simple press of a button. Drain Magic makes replacing your old, broken, rusty, even missing sink stoppers fast and easy. Drain Magic's anti-clogging basket helps prevent clogs in your sink, catching hair, food, even jewelry. Made with brass and chrome and a silicone gasket, it creates a watertight seal. Order your Mermaid Drain Magic today for only $19.99 and get a Mermaid toilet bowl cleaner absolutely free. Drop it in the tank for up to 3 months of cleaning. But wait, this could be your last chance to get Drain Magic at this low price with free toilet bowl cleaner. There's a strict limit of 3, so order now.
Call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com. So call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com now.
Has your gas fireplace had its yearly safety check yet this year? It is so important to check pressure, valves, and regulators at least once a year. Pemberton Appliance holds a master license in propane and natural gas, so you can be confident the job will be done right.
Our 42-point safety check service will provide you peace of mind throughout the winter season.
Call today and book your service for your gas fireplace and know your system is safe and ready for the cold season.
Visit Pemberton Appliance, your local marquee fireplace dealer.
Come on! Real's celebrating its golden anniversary, and it's your chance at home to win $50,000.
It's a lot of money.
Enter at realoffortune.com.
Thursday at 7 on Coast TV.
The wait is over.
We brought the best of the best back.
The Jeopardy Second Chance competition begins.
Anything can happen, and on Jeopardy often does.
Thursday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
This segment of Coast Life is sponsored by Liberty Concrete and Enhancements.
Top of your mind right now is probably what's been going on, right? The snow, the cold, you're just wanting to get home after work, we totally get it. But the back of your mind right now, after anything like me, is the home improvement projects. Are you looking ahead to spring? It's gonna be here before we know it. So if you've been thinking, what can I do, especially maybe with your outdoor area, Liberty Concrete has some answers for you, and they're really creative answers. So to tell us a little bit more, we have Jackie and we have Kyle on the Coast Life couch. First timers, welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Happy guys, this is really cool. So first, just tell us a little bit about Liberty Concrete, who you guys are and what you do as a company.
So the owner, he's been in business since '96. He's been stamping for a long time. Nice. He taught me everything I know about the business. So we take pride, we take care in the things we do, the work we do. Craftsmanship, quality, that's on the top of our minds.
Very cool. And something that I thought was interesting when I was reading up on you guys is decorative concrete and stamping concrete. I don't know what that means. Can you explain a little bit about what that looks like?
So yeah, decorative concrete to me is an art form in itself. So there's many things you can do. There's hundreds of different stamps you can do. You can do wood grain, you can do brick, you can make it look like anything your mind can imagine. Mm-hmm. So that's a big one we do is our Asher slate. So it's seamed, and you have blocks, and it looks almost like cobblestone, but it's very beautiful. There's many colors you can pick from.
That's interesting. Where would it go? I mean, are we talking like patios, front porches?
It's limitless. You can do vertical applications such as walls. You can do sidewalks. You can do driveways. You can do patios.
Oh, wow.
We will do trash enclosures too.
Really? Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah. A pretty trash enclosure, so it's not much of an eyesore. Yep. It's a great idea.
With a nice walkway leading to your driveway, so you can just roll it right out.
I love to see that you guys have ideas that we probably haven't thought about yet. So it's a lot more than, like I said, just like, oh, I need to do a patio. There's ideas that you haven't thought of, but they've done it. So when should people start really thinking about, okay, I want to do a home improvement project. I don't know where to start. Can they call you guys right now?
Oh, of course they can. I don't think there's a bad time for people to start thinking about those things, And as resilient as we have to be in winter, you want your projects to be resilient. And concrete is one of those things that will last, lifetimes.
And we're very transparent with our prices. So if they want just a ballpark range right now to see kind of where they stand with what they want, we can give them a quote within the next day or so.
And that's going to speak a lot to a lot of customers. That's what a lot of people want, is that transparency with the person that they're working with. And what I also think is really cool, it really shows how much you care, is you guys have discounts for first responders, military, seniors, and you guys have gotten some just really great feedback from your customers.
Correct. And being a homeowner myself, I've had trouble where, you call a business and they say, hey, we'll be out here. And they don't come, they don't call, they don't check up. We're very good about that. We will call you back. We will be there.
Yeah, we have a 98% responsiveness rate, so we make sure we answer you back. If we don't, call us back.
Yeah, something's probably going on.
That's right.
Concrete emergency. Otherwise, I love that. So if someone is looking maybe for the spring or summer, right, they want to have a nice entertainment area, or like we said, maybe they don't know just yet. When should they start calling, and how far out do projects normally go?
About 2 weeks in the summer. We might be out a little more depending on how busy we are, but again, we will always be transparent about how long it will take and the time frame we have.
Yeah, but that's fantastic. I mean, you can call, in the end of winter and have your project done and ready for your spring barbecue.
And a lot of neighborhoods have HOAs, so a lot of them don't really know. They come from different states. They don't know how that works. Well, we'll take care of that for you. We take care of all the hard work. Leave it up to us.
Perfect. Easy enough. Now, talking about, leaving it up to you guys, let's say someone just knows they don't like their outdoor space, but they have no idea what they want done. Like you mentioned, those trash enclosures. If they call you and just say, hey, I think I want something done, what do you recommend? Is that something you can work them through?
We like to come out. Okay. We don't just talk on the phone. We like to see you in person. We like to see what we're working with and kind of collaborate, more or less. We have a portfolio we bring, so you can see the stamps, you can see what options we have. I mean, this really is limitless, but we try to condense it in a sense so where it's not so overpowering and so too many colors, too many, we try to keep it as simple as possible for you.
I love that. So if you know exactly what you want, or if you have no idea, and this is your first time like me hearing about concrete stamping, give Liberty Concrete a call. I think this is going to be really fun for people to get their outdoor projects ready to go. So how can they get in touch with you? What's the best way?
You can reach us at our phone number, 302-236-5810, or you can reach us at libertyconcreteenhancements@gmail.com.
Easy enough. Sounds good. Well, all right, with Jackie and Kyle in here today, thank you both so much for coming in here and teaching me all about Liberty.
Thank you so much.
Paige.
Yeah. All right, well, don't forget, let us know what you get done. Very excited. I'm already thinking of the trash enclosure is my biggest thing. I'm hung up on that. That's awesome. So don't forget to call Liberty Concrete, but we have more Coast Life for you guys coming up in just a minute.
If you're looking for a reliable pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you won't want to miss out on Preston Ford's Surplus Sell-Off. We still have over 1,000 new Fords and pre-owned vehicles waiting on our lot for you. Our Ford Blue Advantage inventory is bigger than ever and packed with benefits. You can buy confidently knowing our Ford Blue Advantage inventory goes through 139 points of inspection by certified technicians. Plus comes with a 90-day, 4,000-mile comprehensive limited warranty. Check out our entire inventory online at PrestonFord.com. Join us at the Surplus Sell-Off Sales event at Preston Ford. Cars cost less in Preston.
Capture your favorite moments at the Coast TV photo booth. Strike a pose and snap a pic, all for free. View previous pictures and see the next event at coasttv.com under the Features tab. The Coast TV photo booth, sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Limited space holding you back? Dive into your dreams with Miller Pools and Outdoor Living.
Our concrete pools are long-lasting and fully customizable to fit anywhere in your outdoor living space. Whether you're dreaming of an elegant design or something simple, we'll guide you through the process every step of the way. We prioritize your schedule and offer special financing options. We also specialize in pool decks, built-in pool bars, cabanas, outdoor kitchens, renovations, and upgrades.
Call Miller Pools and Outdoor Living today for a free estimate.
Does your home need new flooring? At Master Carpet Guy, we have the best carpet and LVP in stock. Don't forget to mention that LVP starts at $1.99. Oh yeah, he always says that. Cash and carry LVP started at $1.99. Okay, it's my turn. We have tons of pretty carpet options.
Sorry guys, I'm late. I couldn't find my glasses and I'm out of shirts.
That's the Carpet Guy.
Flooring done right.
Spark your senses at the Spice and Tea Exchange in Rehoboth Beach. Food lovers, home chefs, and tea enthusiasts rejoice. Smell and sample your way through hundreds of exotic spices and teas from around the world. Our signature blends and rubs are hand-mixed daily to ensure the highest quality and freshness. Talk to our tea experts and learn the wellness benefits of drinking fresh, loose-leaf premium teas. Find a tasteful gift for that special someone or join us for an in-store cooking demo. Find your way to flavor at the Spice and Tea Exchange on the Avenue in Rehoboth Beach. Sister locations in Annapolis, Maryland, and Old Town Alexandria, Virginia.
Coastal Comfort knows you can't always plan when you'll need us. That's why Coastal Comfort technicians are dedicated experts. Early mornings to late nights, cold or hot weather, day in and day out, delivering quality service when you need them. Reliable, trustworthy, always here for you. Experience the Coastal Comfort difference. Call us or visit coastalcomfort.com to schedule your appointment today. Coastal Comfort, a Carrier Factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts.
State of emergency. The crisis in Los Angeles. Did the fire hydrants really run dry? What happened to the water they needed to fight the inferno? Next in Sun Edition.
Today at 5:30 on Coast TV.
Spill the Tea is sponsored by the Spice and Tea Exchange of Rehoboth.
It is time to get a little dramatic and spill the tea that you guys sent us with our Spill the Tea.
Yes, and of course it is thanks to our friends at the Spice and Tea Exchange on Rehoboth Avenue in Rehoboth Beach. A good time to stop by and visit them so that you've got a cozy collection of teas because it's perfect for the snowy weather.
It is.
We're drinking today the Mocha Mushroom Herbal Tea. Rich cocoa and roasted chicory root lends this luxurious blend an uncanny coffee-like character and an ultra-smooth foundation for balancing a dream of medicinal mushrooms and adaptogenic botanicals.
Okay, well, it smells good. That's all I know for sure.
I know, you can really smell the mocha, that like coffee
smell it already.
Chocolatey sort of
the best
moment.
Nice.
So I'm gonna get to spilling.
Okay, so here we go. Here's the other tea. So this is written by a mom who has young ones, 2 little kids, and of course the snow just happened, right? So the kids want to go out, and it's kind
of course they do.
Yeah, and they're in that age range. I believe it was like 3 to 5 years old, so they're just now kind of starting to be able to enjoy the snow and maybe remember some snow day fun. But her kids are sick. They have that cold that's been going around. Yeah, it's rough. So she was like, "I'm sorry, I can't let you out." Now normally you get that, right? Apparently her mother-in-law, bringing the boo button. Sorry, that was mean. But she's like, that is, you're ruining their childhood memories. You should have let them out. Who cares? Kids will be kids. And so now, of course, tale as old as time. Her husband's like, yeah, my mom's right. So, what do we think? How should she handle the situation?
I mean, that's a tricky one. Obviously, it's hard to tell your kids no on something like this, where like you know that it is going to be a magical core memory moment to let them play in the snow. But it's also, guess who has to deal with them when they're sick? It's usually mom.
Thank you.
And guess who else is going to get sick? It's usually mom. And then guess who has to do all the other work while she's sick? It's usually mom.
Not the mother-in-law.
Not always, and not in every household. But I think it is fair and not incorrect entirely to say that typically mom sort of runs the social calendar in a given household. And so when the kids are down and mom is down, it's not a pleasant scenario. So I think, you know, the in-laws need to sort of respect the parental decision that's been made internally.
I think it's very dramatic to say that you're ruining their childhood memories.
It is a little dramatic.
You only make childhood memories on a snow day?
Right.
Like, let's relax.
And there will be more snow days.
Yeah.
More snow will be there. I mean, sure, we go a few winters without, but there will be snow while they are children, and they will get to enjoy it.
It is fun. I think that the way she should handle it is exactly what you said, telling the mother-in-law, first of all, 2025, mind your business. And second of all, just saying, hey, thanks, Cheryl, but you're not the one that has to deal with them when they get extra sick and stay up with them all night and then still go to work in the morning. And hopefully the mother-in-law gets that. And
or maybe mother-in-law will offer to do that.
Yeah, right.
And then like, okay,
then
fine.
Take them out.
They're all yours.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens. Oh, I always love the taste of this one.
I know, this is
the
a
like
good one.
chocolatey undertone. So good.
It is. It's very earthy, but it's very it's tasty. Like this would be good after you are playing in the snow all day or shoveling yourself out of your driveway.
That's a good one.
And you can find it, of course, at the Spice and Tea Exchange on Rehoboth Avenue in Rehoboth Beach. But they don't have just tea; they have spices too. And it's also a good time to explore some cozy recipes. You know, snuggle up. They've got great spice packets. You can also just throw those in a crock pot.
Yeah.
How about it?
Buy a teapot. Buy some cute cups.
Dinner's ready. Your after dinner tea is ready. Snugly evening.
Yeah.
But we do have some more Coast Life to get to. We're talking about some ways to give back to the community when we get back.
We believe that a great community health system reflects the community it serves. And like Sussex County itself, we've been on an exciting journey of growth and transformation, evolving from a trusted community hospital to the region's premier healthcare provider and Sussex County's most comprehensive health system. We're proud to be on this journey together, miles ahead, but by your side the entire way, because Sussex County is our specialty.
Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. It's time to huddle up and talk football.
We're talking touchdowns, tackles, and everything in between. From game-changing plays to the latest news around the league.
We'll take a deep dive into all of the plays that made a difference.
We'll see you in the end zone.
Catch the End Zone, Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. Sponsored by Tyndall's Casual Furniture and North Star Heating and Air Conditioning.
Don't let other water heating services pressure you into making unnecessary fixes. Let the experts at Paradise Plumbing guide you.
We are locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience to help you identify the solution that will best fit your needs. Get your hot water flowing fast with a quick recovery heater from Rheem, in stock and ready to install for under $2,000. Pay nothing for 30 days or take advantage of our Pay Today discount. Call Paradise Plumbing today or visit us online at paradiseplumbingde.com.
The house as a system approach sets FLC Energy apart from everyone. Advanced equipment like blower doors and thermal camera tests allow us to pinpoint the problem areas of your home and design solutions that last a lifetime. Before and after proof of our work allows us to offer up to $7,500 in rebates, when other experts can't. From healthy homes to insulation, crawl-space encapsulations to energy audits, call FLC for control of your home's air quality, moisture, energy efficiency, and comfort.
The Polar Bear Plunge, benefiting Special Olympics Delaware, is one of the first state's coldest and most beloved traditions. This year, you have 2 exciting ways to take part. Plunge in person in Rehoboth Beach on Sunday, February 2nd, or create your own virtual plunge. Anytime, anywhere, and as cold or not as you want. It's not about how you plunge, it's about why. Support thousands of Special Olympics Delaware athletes. Register now at plungede.org.
Well, if you've been listening to Big 107.7, then you've probably heard the promo talking about comedy for a cause, and it's going to be lots of fun, and it is happening this Saturday. We've got the man behind it all, Steve Monz from Big 107.7, joining us on the Coast Life couch today. And this actually has been a dream of yours to put together for some time, comedy for a cause.
It has. I think a lot of us have this inner comedian that we're so afraid to have come out, so we've never really done it. I know you and I have had this conversation.
We have. This girl, I have always wanted to try stand-up, and I have always been terrified to try stand-up, but you got me roped into it.
Yeah, and that's the best part about it is that it's fun. We're not professionals by any stretch, but it hit me when I found out the other day that the show sold out.
Yes.
I was like, now the show can't be bad. It has to be good. So the pressure is on.
The pressure is on a little bit. So Comedy for a Cause, it's a stand-up show featuring lots of your Coast TV friends. Steve is going to be emceeing this, and all of the money from the tickets that were purchased for this sold-out show are going where?
To the Special Olympics, which has been my cause this fall because we have the big plunge coming up. Yes. And when I threw this idea out there, I didn't know who was going to bite and be interested.
Sure.
I knew you would because you've had that. You and I we kind of share a comedic brain, I think, in a lot of ways. But Paul was the big surprise.
Yes.
Paul Williams?
Mm-hmm.
See, that one for me was not a surprise.
No?
Paul wants to tell a joke all the time. So I can see him.
He is the office jokester, for sure.
Wanting the stage. Yeah, and this is in the best way. I mean, you see Paul Williams on TV, he's the same way behind the camera.
Absolutely, yep.
We had him on the podcast, the Out of the Bag podcast, and I forget what question I asked, something about what's something that you've always wanted to do but never did, and he said stand-up comedy. And so I stored that away.
Don't give Steve too much.
No, so he's in, so he's doing it, you're doing it. DB Nice, who is a part of your crew here.
That's right, yes.
And myself and Paula from the beach.
This is going to be a good time. I mean, you guys are just fun to interact with, and like we said, like talking to Paul even off camera, he's so much fun. So I think the jokes are going to be good.
I think so too.
Interesting. Yeah. We've got we're going to do a Chinese auction for a lot of different items that
How
we
does
have.
that work?
Basically, you buy raffle tickets, as many as you like, and then we're going to have different prize packages, and you can put the tickets in whatever you want to try and win.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Like we have AC/DC tickets, we have an autographed drum head, we've got a whole bunch of things from I think COASTLIFE and Coast TV is putting together.
Some swag for you that's going to be given away.
Didn't even know that. I'm going to try to win that one.
It's a date with Paige.
Let's do it.
Lots of great prizes up for grabs. Hopefully, lots of great comedy to keep you entertained. Like we said, unfortunately, it is fortunately and unfortunately, it's a sold-out show with the Dream Big venues, and it's a great little venue in Del Mar. Really, really cool space. So we're excited for this evening. It's going to be really, really fun. Again, the time and date, so that for all our friends that are joining us, we remind everybody.
That's right. It's Saturday night. Doors open at 7. The show starts at 8, and free steamed hot dogs for everybody.
No,
how cool is that?
I forgot to tell you that. Paige is the big